Hi, again, it's the 19th of March, 2021. I'm going to be using, excuse me, the Mystic Mondays Tarot again. And I'm going to be reading on Ivanka, just checking in with her. Just circling back, checking in. I'm going to read and see how she's feeling. And how does she feel, I wonder, about Lara, her sister-in-law, and her looking to run for Senate? How does that make Ivanka feel? Even if this is grift only, but I think if she had a chance to, if they could wangle it, oh yeah, they'd install her in there in a heartbeat. I don't think it's grift only. I think it's grift plus extra grift by having somebody actually hold that office and just maintain that flow of corrupted income. But now, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I will try not to do that. All right. So let's just see. That's why I like to go to source and just say, okay, just show me. What do you have to say with regard to how Ivanka Trump feels about Lara? I'm being entirely petty right now, and because I want some relief, but I'm sick of like straight shot politics make you feel like you're drinking hard liquor. I'm not kidding. Let me see. So let's take a little more lighthearted approach. How does Ivanka feel about Laura's thing that she's got going on for politics and running for office? Maybe she's totally all right with that. But I'd have to think, knowing her nature, that's something that she wants a lot. I think no matter who you are, it'd be kind of hard to see somebody step in to do that when you see that that's something you would like to be doing. So let's just see. So I ask my spiritual mentors to guide me, and the Creator, the universe, to help me so I read accurately. That's all that matters to me. And fairly. So what do you have to say about Ivanka that we should know with regard to this rather lighthearted but curious inquiry? How does Ivanka feel toward Lara? All right. The Six of Pentacles, that she is helping them with finance through this grift operation, as one of my viewers here so recently, adeptly, named it, put a name to it. It's grift. So it's a grift, of course, and she sees that as she would be, in this case, I think, grateful for that avenue. But there's also the Queen of Swords. Oh, so this is, okay, we're tracking. This is Lara, all right? Queen of Swords, because she is a Libra. She feels like she's pulling her weight in the family. But yeah, the Three of Swords, there is some jealousy. There is some heartache. it hurts. It definitely, this card is definitely a card of it hurts. You know, whether you're physically ill with this card or whether you're in a breakup relationship with this card. The Three of Swords also can convey healing from a past wound. It all depends on the cards around it. But I'm going to venture out and say this hurts a bit. And Temperance. And she's trying to moderate her response. And it isn't easy to do for her because it's a very hard pill to swallow. It goes down like chunks of glass is what I'm getting. So while she is appreciative, sorry about that. While she is appreciative of that, she does find it heartbreaking because I think she wanted to be doing that. And I think that she's called by other things in her life, and especially her father. She is the right hand to deal with her dad. I don't think that she has quite the same leeway that Lara does to utilize this means of grift. She's too busy, I think, trying to hold down the basis because her dad's out to lunch. Here we have the Knight of Cups. So this is the offer, this is the approach, this is what she's also, I think, what Lara is putting out there, or what they're getting. Ah, yes, receiving also offers through her donation. Doggy rescue. Who's in the doghouse? It's Trump. And the dogs are pissed because Trump doesn't really like dogs. So, yeah. You know. Just a thought there for a moment. Deep thoughts. Three of Cups. This is the three. I really feel like this is the younger folk. Her, and I think she feels that Lara is more intelligent. Boy, when Laura's the okay. I think she's more capable. She thinks that she's more capable and of working this angle. But she's definitely schmoozing. I see this card of her and Lara and another member. I think another female member of the family. So I guess Newsom. Eee, watch out. I guess she could handle the ones that Ivanka doesn't want to handle. She'll give Kimberly her nasties. She's like, no, I don't. No, you can, Kimberly. You can have him. He's no. So this is, yes, this is definitely a hard pill for her to swallow. She's got too much to do. She carries the lion's share, like I was trying to say, of the burden in that family, because she's probably, out of her brothers, most certainly, probably a bit more intelligent than them. But it looks like she's getting, because of that, too much of the burden. She feels like, I am doing everything. That really upsets her deep down. She feels actually that she's having to do everything. So I think on one hand she's very grateful. Like it does show here that there's a real sense that she thinks that Lara is pulling her weight. But she's feeling like, I think, interestingly enough, with that three, and there's the three of them. There's her, and then, Eric, or Donnie Jr. and Eric. And I think that this is speaking to that triangle. And here's another triangle. So this is very interesting. I think she finds having to deal with her brothers a pain in the back, literally. And it's just too much, it's overwhelming for her. She doesn't feel like they pulled their weight. She feels like at least Lara pulls her weight here. And I believe... Oh, who's the other one? Oh yes, I keep wanting to forget her because she's kind of trauma-inducing. Kimberly, who is a sexual harassment expert in that she is the SO. I don't know if Ivanka's including her in here, but if she can work the grift, I think, oh yeah, she'll put her in, but she'll keep her in line. So it could be Kimberly as part of that little clique. The sisters. The corrupt sisters in the Trump fold. But she feels like Huey and Dewey, her brothers here, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, are just not any help at all. I know she's thinking they are no help. And I say that because we're talking, this is Lara. Lara shows up in her reading. Lara is married to one of her siblings that goes in with the numbers and the cards I'm seeing here. So I think she does think that her brothers really chap her hide. She doesn't feel like they do enough. That's interesting. And this does speak about balance. Who is pulling their weight, who isn't? She feels overburdened. This is probably the source of the fighting that's maybe going to kick back up that I saw in my readings here more recently. And I'm sure if it already hasn't, it's going to come back up. Who is definitely making an offer? Who is coming out and coming up with ideas and being proactive? And she feels like it's them. It's her and Lara. And the guys are just kind of arsing around. That's interesting. Princess of Cups. Yeah, she feels this is the brainstorming card. It must be hard for them to brainstorm. But it is about coming up with good ideas and moderating and picking from them and putting these ideas together. It's the females that she feels like that she's connected in that family, their efforts that are more productive and pulled together, and that the guys are sloppy and lazy, and on their end they just kind of leave it all to her, and she feels overwhelmed because she's already doing things work along with her sister-in-laws, I think, and I don't know, is Kimberly a fiance? You know, whatever she is. So, whatever. So that's what I feel that is definitely going on at present. Let's pull that third line. The Queen of Cups, there she is, showing up in her own reading. And this is about, that could, no, both of her brothers again. Although I do need to check Eric's moon. Just to make sure it's not a water sign. But she is looking at who's pulling the weight. Who is making an offer. Who is going out there and doing things, you know. Making things happen. Coming up with ideas, proposals. Definitely on that. Because look, then that goes to the proposal that she's going to be making, since she's working with, sorry when my earrings came out my ears, since she's working with, it looks like, the group of women in their family. And here's the King of Swords. So this is Donald Trump. This is her dad. These are things that they're doing for him. With regard to him, this is the Six of Wands. This is her efforts, whatever. Not she's going to. It looks like she's going to feel like some relief here with the Six of Wands, or she's going to feel like, I think maybe more to the point actually, I did it all myself. The martyr Ivanka. I did it all myself, Dad. The guys didn't do anything. You know how they are. I'll be like, yeah, I know. You're right, Ivanka. You did it, girl. And the King of Cups. So here we're getting balance, or trying to bring things into balance, into moderation. And I think just bringing their plans into formation so they can bear fruit. The right balance. And this King of Cups is somebody they're including in on their little group. I'm curious because, like, there's Donald Trump, so it's probably one of his buddies. That might be a water sign. Let me just pull a few extra cards on this person. Can you tell us about them? Well, there is something that will be Queen of Cups, Ivanka and her dad. She feels victorious, like she has accomplished something all on her own. No thanks to her brothers. And she's kind of whispering that out the sides of the corner of her mouth. And I don't know if this man, who this man is, but he's perhaps someone who's a supporter. And also someone that works with them in coming up with ideas. Water sign. And they actually come up with an idea. They come up with something clear. And they start aiming toward that goal, putting their efforts and energy behind a message, a certain message that they're getting out there. I think they're going to have probably some sort of announcement, ads or something like that, where they're promoting. They're promoting here. They've come up with something that she's been working on to promote their family. And it looks like with the aid of a King of Cups, they launch it. Seven of Pentacles, but their finances are getting looked at. Or is this in regard to their finances being looked at? But I think more like they're just launching it, and here's their finances, having to being rearranged or having to look at them, and we get the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like that's a woman coming in to go, oh, I will take your taxes, thank you, off with the tax information. So she might have this simultaneously going on to hand over receipts for money, for donations, for whatever she's claiming. And there's like, this represents a stalemate. And I don't see her being able then to carry out whatever this is that she was wanting to go, like, it looks like it gets launched, but then what? Then it looks like it's frozen. It's in limbo. Whatever this project is that she's going to launch in the near future, it won't go, it looks like, terribly much beyond an effort, or this could just be that there will be something coming in about Ivanka where certain information will be demanded of her. That's also possible. But I feel like whatever it is that's going on, that I feel like it's boom. It's on the future horizon, okay? It's a little further yet. Right now she's still working to make some effort that she's got going happen. But as usual, it kind of, after they try to get it started, it's a struggle for them to, number one. Number two, once it is started, it kind of putters, it sputters, and then it gets frozen. It looks like in some kind of her efforts financially to do stuff get frozen. It looks like here. Something that she was trying to work on. You know, people say, I'm going to be taking that information. So I think it's like the money and maybe the efforts that she and her sisters in the fam have been involved in doing. I just see that there's going to be a clear demand, I think, for some kind of information of them and of her that locks her out of any effort that she was involved in. And that's going to be very, very frustrating. And because it locks her out of success, it stalls it or it freezes it. And it means that there is a door of opportunity that's not opened with the world. And that is a significant closure to much needed revenue and flow, if you will, to be successful. So that's what I'm feeling vibing off those cards. There is strength. There is some sort of a predominant energy in place that's controlling and taking a control. This is looking at, you know, again, a variety of information, I feel like. They're going to be wanting to examine information again. So, like anything that she tries to get going is just kind of doomed to peter out, to kind of sputter and be frozen up then because of other investigations. It's just, I think it's going to be really hard for them to make the money. Like they're trying to right now, and they'll get some here and there. But I think at the end of the day, with all of these lawsuits going, folks, like I said, an avalanche of it just keeps going. It's snowballing. It keeps picking up more and more. I just think they're going to be not having the revenue to keep up with their expenses and litigation and lifestyle. At the end of the day, it'll take a little bit, but not probably terribly long. They're not as rich as they say they are. Three of Pentacles. This is about the their back channels, the people that they work with. There's maybe 3 specific back channels. I think of like globally. Oh, it ends. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, they won't be able to be tapping on Putin's shoulder too much, because we have sanctions and that'll affect that. I'm thinking. But I feel like there is an end of their ability. Also, again, I feel like Trump's in-laws and his children, I feel like at the very least will not be able to financially carry out this transactions, these business deals, because of, yes, their information's being looked at. This is wealth. This is money in the bank. Empress. and definitely going through and heck and getting smacked upside the head and having to fight to keep one's wealth, one's cushion. And this is one's lifestyle as well. It is very luxuriant, as you can see. And she's like, oh, hell no, I'm not letting that go. I'm getting my nails done, my hair. I am going and shopping. I'm wearing, my designer wear. But Ten of Swords. With the King of Wands. There's going to be I feel like this King of Wands is facing her and coming after her. I feel like in a legal fashion here. With these. That she's being put on notice that that's going to end. Because look, she's already at the Nine of Wands here. And I know it's not the same suit, but you still should pay attention to numbers. So 9, 10. She's going to that next level. And it looks like she's not going to be able to keep. Yes, that there's the confirmation of that message. That she's not going to be able to keep up her lifestyle at the end of the day. Foomp. That will bottom out. And there's a King of Wands there who's going to make sure of that. He could be somebody that's going to be pursuing charges, etc. Then there's the greater society, that the fraud upon the public, with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. There's a lot of money there too. So I think the donations, all this stuff, she's going to be in so much credola. They're going to be looking at their donations, their public money, as well as their hidden money. It's all getting a look-see. And whoops, hey, it ends up that, here it is. I don't know whether it's a formal declaration or not, because we all know that, like I've said before, they're not as wealthy as they pretend to be. But here is actual, I feel like, digits, numbers. Perhaps an account, a forensic account maybe, that they are not as wealthy at all as they appear. In fact, it's rather anemic, like I've said. If we were to look at this card as it's fading, it's struggling. The 5 is a struggle. And Knight of Wands. But they've got plenty of nasty, spite to gob about it and throw it out there. I see them being hostile, kind of it's a really bitchy kind of an energy. Yeah, because this is wanting, how they are gaudy, how they love to show off, and that's what they live to do. And so if that is affected, and definitely her beauty care, how she keeps herself, how is she going to keep up this charade? How is she going to keep up looking like this? How is she going to keep up the life? The personal income thing. Well, she's out there to try and weave more cons. Again, where she's offering, and who knows, maybe she'll go with a beauty line, like skin products or something, who knows. I wouldn't use it, by the way. But it looks like she's trying to create some sort of actual physical good that she can earn an income from here, where she is the CEO, where she is the boss lady. Princess of Pentacles. This could be like a small start of a line, or an organization. You know, it may not be, it could be an organization, but this really does have to do, well, has to do with earnings. So maybe it's to try to help other poor little rich white girls. I don't know. Princess of Pentacles, yeah, because we had that, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, it's something about how to expand a younger, I feel like, woman's earning ability and tools, you know, to use in everyday career-wise, you know, creative thinking and out of the box and expanding one's career and earning potential, this sort of thing. But the Five of Swords can mean that this is defeat, or that there is someone being hostile with the Seven of Swords. And look at that, they're hiding a sword behind their back. So again, I feel like then there's going to be, again, though, along with this, there's going to be a shadow that follows behind this. Where things are being taken or shifted. It's not, it's being used in an otherwise also means of facilitating the flow, maybe of information, especially for the Trumps. They might be using that as some sort of means. Back and forth, look at that. I feel like it's information going back and forth, or there's trying to get something again manifested. You know, they have to go to prison because they just won't stop trying to grift and to stir up trouble. Yeah, you know, and I feel like there's fraud. This whole energy feels like fraud, and on anything that she continues on with in the future. You know, I don't care what she calls it. It's just another grifting job, truthfully. And it doesn't look like that changes in the near future. I think she will have to be behind bars. Those people are addicted to grifting. She'll have a moment where she's able to be in a pretty strong position to defend herself. But Five of Cups, that gets, but there's a great deal of loss. And the loss will affect other people. And I think that might erode the support that she had before. It might offend some of the people that have supported her. I'm not sure. There is retreat. This could be needing to rest. Yeah, because I think she's going to burn herself out, and she's got to recoup her energy because she wants to come back at it from another angle, another way. So, that girl never stops at grifting. Four of Pentacles, she's greedy, she's holding on, she's fearful too. And she's not about at all, you know, she's going to be like her dad with the things that she's doing for the family. With her getting caught and in trouble for it, she'll drag it out to the nth degree that she can. But she will have issues to face. Yes, especially foreign help that's been covered up. You know, money laundering, helping those poor Trumps. Nine of Swords, and she starts to worry. Here she is. This is when we're seeing her actually break a real sweat. Something's wrong. Okay. That she's not getting that help. Remember the other reading I saw where I just see that help not being there? Yes. It's kind of an echo there again. The help that they've anticipated from elsewhere, perhaps abroad, is not coming through for them. Or not as much, perhaps. There's a great deal of worry. Yeah, these people that have helped them in the past will be stepping back from them. That'll be very clear. Oh, wow. Okay. And that they have gone and gone with other people. With other, I think, other foreign sources, other people to do business with or something along those lines. It'll be very clear. I think also there's a concern here, and she's wanting to run. She is wanting to get the heck out of Dodge now, because she feels trapped. She will start to see that the support that they depend upon to maintain, especially from overseas and elsewhere, dries up. Two of Wands, yeah, so there's the need of making a choice. There's less of a opportunity. It's gone down to the two. And the two also, oh my God, of Lovers. So who are we less people to do business with? They'll have to be more involved with fewer people. And that means less choice. Even lower down the bar. More like bar. Ace of Cups. Okay, there's an emotional issue here for her, I bet. Because she's trying to do a lot of secretive things. Look at this. She's got her hands in everything. I think she has to get more hands-on in the dirty work because her brothers are either going to be sidelined by their own activities or both, that they're just not going to be more of a nuisance than a help. You know, she wants to just deal with it because she thinks that she'll handle it better than them anyway, and she probably would. But the Tower and the Eight of Swords, so this makes me feel like there's a radical shift, there is a sudden dramatic change, and girlfriend looks like she's going to be possibly on house arrest, you know. Here with that Eight of Swords, she's going nowhere. For the moment, her movement is limited within a certain locality, is what I'm feeling. So that feels like she will get to the point that she's in trouble enough that they're like, you're a flight risk. And she's put on a no-fly, list. I think that's her father. That Emperor would be definitely her father. Possibly the president, but I don't have the other cards. I think this is her father. And the Princess of Wands, I think she's trying to still run daddy's errands here. Be his mouthpiece for the media. Take care of things for him. Especially with the legal matter, because now we've got justice. So, yeah, they're going to be going to court. Eight of Cups, and she has to abandon. There is some sort of abandonment of responsibilities, and there is negligence, I would say. This is going to cause her to have to step back from the things that she's been involved in because the law catches up to her. She'll be under house arrest. Oh, look, the devil. And then Knight of Pentacles for a long time. Corruption and money. And I think also through her brother's efforts, with her brothers, she's just going to be in trouble. And her brothers with the law is what I'm getting. Whoa, this is 40 minutes. 40 minutes of Ivanka is enough. All right, this is your video for this evening. All right? Okay, talk to you in the next video, which will be Saturday. Bye-bye. Oh, if you like this, please make sure you're subscribed. Please share, please share, please share. And thank you so much. And hit the